will literally show you the career that you've been wanting to see. It is time to experience the nooks and crannies of career as if with your own 2 feet with K-Patch, and Jennifer is on the line, I believe. Can you hear me, Jennifer?
Hello, I can hear you very clearly.
There you go. I did the opening today because I think we had an issue with turning on your mic, but you are going to join us, aren't you?
Oh, thank God.
Good stuff.
I'm relieved.
Yeah, I think the listeners
hello from
can hear you.
Home.
Is that your house?
Yeah, it's my house. It's my room.
What's that thing behind you?
Well, this is the thing that I use when I film my YouTube.
Oh.
And never expected that I'm going to use this for a daily gig.
It's like a green screen.
Life is a surprise. Yeah. This
Wow.
when I use the chroma key technique.
Nice.
So you can basically add other images or videos behind me as if I'm in the new universe or basically everywhere.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're looking very well, Jen. I did preview that you weren't going to join us in the studio, and some listeners already learnt from your social media that you unfortunately came down with COVID. Are you okay?
Yes. Well, I think I am ever more looking okay since I started the show, to be honest. Well, it's been tough. For the first 2 to 3 days, I had the fever. I had to just pray for the God that hopefully I don't meet my grandpa too early.
Oh,
really, because I had the fever and my chest and throat was literally, I feel like it was burning, on fire.
Oh my goodness,
You know?
It was that bad.
It was actually, but it got real better from Sunday.
Okay.
Physically, I got better on Sunday, but mentally speaking, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to survive for the next several days in the house?
Not by yourself, right? Because nowadays we can quarantine at home with family members, just keeping your distance and stuff like that. So have you had some company?
Yeah, I do have my kid and my husband, but it's been really my first time locked down this long time. I mean, you've went through that too, Peter, before, right?
Well, I've had a couple of days here and there because I haven't had corona, knock on wood, that I know of. But when I came into contact with someone, I've had to quarantine for maybe 1 night, 2 days maximum. Even that was really difficult. So that's why I don't want to get it, because I don't want to quarantine for a whole week in the house.
No, please, everyone, stay safe.
Yes.
It's not fun at all.
Thank you so much for joining us on the stream, and I'm sure we'll be able to welcome you back to the studio next Thursday. Today's hashtag, Jen, I don't know if you've been listening, but it's coffee or copy. What are your feelings on coffee?
Well, actually, when I first heard the hashtag, I was really... I liked the hashtag because I was just about to have the coffee myself at home.
Do you have it every morning?
I do. I would say I'm a coffee person. I cannot live without morning coffee, really. And these days I have it on during the afternoon as well. So 2 cups a day would be my basic routine for now.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. 2 cups a day is my average. Maybe 3 if I'm doing something social and we're at a coffee shop after I've had my second cup. But that's about it. I just heard in that song that we were both kind of dancing to, that Billy one, Ginga Minga Yo, they were talking about can coffee, which is like a thing in Korea, right? Do you like can coffee? It's just coffee in a can, right?
Well, my husband, he prefers to have canned coffee more sometimes, in the early morning when he really wants that boost, because I don't know, maybe it's more sweet and maybe it has more caffeine, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
So some people like canned coffee better than
and I think
hand drips.
It used to be really popular, maybe 20 years ago when I was in Korea, there was canned coffee. There was that brand, I'll say it just once so people know, Let's Be, I think it was called, right? And it's still around. And it kind of tastes a little sweet, a little cheap compared to gourmet
That's
coffees.
my hobby's favorite.
Yeah, I think many people from that
Really?
generation used to drink a lot
Oh,
of that. My
that's the
friends.
generation thing, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe with friends my age as well. Used to always give it to me. Lovely stuff. So today, guys, Jen is joining us on the stream. She's still going to show her videos because
Hello, everyone.
luckily you filmed them in advance, Jen. So we're not just going to see your COVID week. We're going to see something a
Oh, I
bit more
know.
exciting. A cute girl is on board saying you're looking very good. Congratulations and thanks for showing the coffee. Thank you for your kind words. So where are we going? What are we seeing today, Jen?
Yes, so today I'm gonna take you guys to this interesting museum, but not a typical museum that you'd expect. It's a museum where you can actually interact with the creatures, the animals,
Oh.
reptiles, and insects. And I thought it'll be a good chance for you to spend your day with a lot of fun under the pandemic because it's relatively not that crowded. It
Mm.
is located in Yeoju in Gyeonggi-do province.
Okay, Yeoju, I think in days gone by, obviously is famous for its rice, I think, like the
Yes,
salbap chongshik, like having rice and lots of side dishes.
right.
More modernly, I think it's known for its
Mhm.
outlet as well. They got like an outlet shopping
Yeah,
center there, right? But they also have an insect
true.
museum. I think if you're lucky with traffic, it won't take like more than an hour to get there from parts of Seoul if there's not too much on the roads. So
Yes, when if
fairly
you're
close
living in
by.
the east side, it's
Mm.
pretty close, like even less than an hour.
Lovely
Mhm.
stuff. All right, so what are we going to see in this first video then, Jen?
So in the first part, as the title shows, it is the insect museum. So I'm
All
going to
right,
show you these interesting halls with insects. Here we go.
let's check it out. Oh, insects on the
So this
outside.
is the entrance.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, the building itself. And this is where they have this butterflies and a lot of insects.
Okay, they
It's
got
not
dead
alive.
ones on
It's,
display here, like a
yes.
regular museum, perhaps.
And interestingly, they have this display of insect foods like insect jellies, insect
Wow.
cookies, and juice.
Okay, I've never seen those in like the supermarket.
Yeah. And this was definitely my favorite spot, experience hall, where you can actually touch it and feel it.
Oh, those are
And this is
beetles.
yeah, 장수풍뎅이 in Korean,
I think like a
beetle.
rhino beetle, maybe in English.
Mhm.
It's got the big kind of horn. Wow.
And these little fishes and diving beetles.
Oh, amazing. Look how well
I
that
heard my
swims.
dad said it used to be seen really often in the stream, and but these days it was my first time seeing it myself
I've
and with my
n-
kid for
y-
sure.
yeah, I've never seen that in a streaming career, and I go to Gegoks every summer, but I guess I don't dive in them, so maybe they are in the water. But I'm guessing your father's right.
Yeah,
Probably they were more common in the past before like pollution.
really common
Oh,
according to him.
that's a
Yeah.
little bit sad, actually. And to be honest, you know, the Jangsupungdengi, the kind of rhino beetle that you showed, or horned beetle, I
Hmm.
rarely see that in the wild. I know you can find it if you know where to look, apparently. Um,
Hmm.
one of my friends, his kid used to love beetles, so they'd go looking, and apparently you've got to look in the tree bark, and then you can
Uh-huh.
kind of take off the bark and look inside and find them, even as their larvae stage before they turn into beetles, like little worms almost. But wow,
Yeah.
you can
You
just
know,
call
Korea
them.
is mountainous area, so I remember in my youth years, my brother used to go to like mountains behind the school,
Mm.
and a group of them catches these beetles,
Oh,
which
wow.
isn't so common to hear these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not really kids. Kids are catching pocket monsters instead on their games on their
True.
smartphones. Moa Army from France says, "OMG, I can't watch this. I think she's not a fan of insects." Yeah, if you don't like
Mm,
creepy crawlies, we should have given you a warning. I'm sorry, because some people have phobias. I never used to like them, but as a father, I think you've got to
yeah.
act brave, right? As a parent, if
Mhm.
you act scared, then your kids will be scared of insects as well.
You know, actually, one of the main reasons I decided to hit this place was
Mm.
because of the phobia I had myself
Oh,
towards certain insects like
yeah.
bees and something that can sting.
Okay.
So, like you say, I wanted to be the brave mom kind of character.
Yeah.
And the summer is coming up and you don't know what insect you're about to face. So I thought,
Did you
yeah,
get
give it a try.
did you get over your phobia a little bit?
I think I did. I happened to touch the 장수풍뎅이, the beetles.
Mm.
And in the part two, you can see me having chameleon on my shoulder, which isn't an insect technically, but yeah, had some new experiences.
Fantastic. So if we come across a rare chameleon in the wild in Korea, you'll be okay, Jen, this time.
I'll be just fine, like a Rapunzel. Be friends with it.
Oh, yeah, that was her little magical chameleon, wasn't it, in the film?
Yeah.
James H. says that looks really cool. And these things are quite common. Like, I don't know about 곤충박물관 or Insect Museum in England. I didn't come across many. But here in Korea, for the kids, they seem to have them in every kind of area where you'll have at least a small experience center where you can touch them. To be honest, like, those beetles fly, but they only fly in emergencies. So as long as you don't throw them somewhere, they're okay to just stay in that kind of mud and stuff, I believe. Yeah.
Right. And the reason why I chose this topic was that I think it has become some kind of a trend in Korea, having these different themes of museums. And, we've been talking about the cafes, like kids' cafes.
Yeah.
But I think museum is one other category, having broader, diversified themes where kids and adults can enjoy.
Yeah. And I think, we live in apartments, so having pets is a little tricky, although nowadays many people have dogs and cats. I think back in the more olden days when it's harder to have those animals, you used to just raise a beetle as well. They sell them at the supermarkets sometimes here. It's a fairly common pet compared to the UK at least. Let's get to some music and Jen's second video after that. If you've got any photos or videos that are insect related, send them in via Kakao Talk and we'll look at them all together on the stream. Our username is Daily K.
Welcome to Arirang Radio.
If you are in Jeju,
88.7 in Jeju City.
88.1 in Seogwipo City.
101.9 in the Daejeong area.
Arirang Radio.
We're back for part 2 of K-Patch today, doing a remote link up with Jen in her home, her virtual studio with the green screen and everything, talking to you about the Insect Museum in Yeoju. Are you with us, Jen?
Yes, I am here.
Good stuff.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely. We lost you in the song break, but that's a good thing. It's great to lose you then because we had Agmu to back us up. It's all right. We got lots of messages coming in from our listeners. So why don't we read a few? I'll start with one from Shelley saying, I've never seen a diving beetle before. Yeah, and I guess if you're not underwater, it'd be hard to get that view. That's why it's great in a museum to check that out, I think.
Right. It's a diving beetle. I wonder how my dad got to see those mini diving beetles. I should ask him, did he dive into the water? I don't know.
Maybe the clean water back in the day. Maybe you could just see that easily.
Maybe it can also live on the surface of the water, I suppose.
Perhaps, yeah. You've got a couple of messages, Jen?
Yeah, from Gwen. I went to Butterfly Palace before. It was amazing. At this place in Branson, Missouri, my cousin got a bug sucker. I've seen those bugs that walk on water, but not swimming bugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Branson,
the thing.
Missouri.
What do we call them in Korea? The things that are on top of the water, the bugs with the long legs.
소금쟁이.
소금쟁이, that's it.
소금쟁이. Yeah,
Yeah.
소금 means salt, by the way.
Yeah, so I was always confused by that name. Why are they called, like, 쟁이 means someone that does a lot of something, so salt something. I don't know, maybe there's a different Hanja or Korean character, Chinese character behind that. But, yeah, I think they're common, but when I first saw those swimming beetles, I was like, doesn't that make that insect a fish, not a beetle? It's kind of amazing how well they swim.
Yeah, I was so amazed how they move their legs they don't seem like the insect, as you said. It's like more close to, I don't know, turtles, little turtles.
Yeah. Steve is on board from the States saying such
Mm.
exotic and unusual beetles. And in the UK, we have beetles, and I'm sure we have bigger ones, but you never see them in the wild. And not many people keep them as pets. They're usually tiny little things, like 1 or 2 centimeters. So when I came to Korea and saw that kind of 장수풍뎅이, what's the other one? 사슴벌레, which is the one that kind of bites almost with its jaws.
Looks like the deer.
Yeah, those were amazing. I was blown away.
Mm. But you know, like when I was in UK, I think I told you one time before, I was amazed by the size of the worms.
Oh, worms.
You know what I mean? The worms and the snails. It's just so much bigger version of Korean.
That's true.
snails.
You get really big worms just in your back garden as well. So if you don't like
it's
them.
like almost like my fist size. So.
You got another one, Jen?
Yeah, from Brian. My favorite bug is the morpho butterfly. The
Oh.
orchid mantis is pretty, a bit more humane to capture pixels compared to actual bugs, I think.
Yes, on the Pocket Monster game we were talking about. Yeah, but as long as you're nice to the
Oh.
bugs, as long as you're not cruel to them, then I think it's okay to take them home and have a little look at them.
Sure.
Yeah. We do have in Korea, I'm not sure about the orchid mantis, but we have the praying mantis. Oh, what is that called in Korea? That's the one that has the kind of claws and catches other insects, and it has like a little triangle head. What is its name?
I wonder what that is.
I-
Praying.
Samagi. Yeah.
Oh, tamagi.
That's what it is. Our producer just let us know. Thank you so much. And those are amazing because they hunt other insects. So if you put them in a little like tub and then you put another insect in there, it will use its claws to suddenly catch it and then it just eats it. You can see it eating the insect.
Yeah, I mean, samagi, the mantis is more common insect for me. I've seen it a couple of times in the summer. You can actually see it crawling
Yeah.
on the walls in the apartment building.
Yeah, it's kind of frightening when they get very big. Yeah, I'm scared they're going to fly onto me. We also had Donna saying, oh, interacted with insects. No. My favorite bug is no bug. It's okay,
Yeah,
Donna.
well, you know, that was the fun part, though. I'd highly recommend, really. The beetles were really light.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, it looks creepy, right? It's black and huge. But once I touched it and hold it up, it was really like, just like a chip, potato chip.
Yeah, they aren't that bad. I don't think
Not
they...
sure this is helping you guys.
I don't think they bite. Even those deer ones, those sasambolle, they don't usually pinch unless you provoke it. The only thing that kind of hurts is that their feet are full of spikes and their legs. So when you try and take it off, sometimes they kind of pinch on your hand a little bit. It's not too bad. It's okay, isn't it? In your second video then, Jen, what are we going to see here?
Yeah, well, you know, this museum, by the way, it was opened in 2012 and it's run by this couple. It's a private museum, just so you know. And they started off to show only the insects because they're kids, they love insects, so they wanted to have their kids to experience more of the insect. Very sweet background story, isn't it? But then I think because of the popularity, they kind of expanded displaying, showing more creatures, including the reptiles and the animals, and all of that part coming up in part 2.
Oh, fantastic. Let's get away from the bugs and to the other animals then.
Let's go.
Jungle? Wow.
Yeah, so this was another interesting part where you can see animals in the jungle.
Amazing.
The badger, it's not alive, don't worry. And reptile exhibit hall.
That is alive, isn't it?
It is. It was huge.
It's a big
also.
snake and a big like lizard.
Lizards. Yeah, you can see it really up close.
They're huge.
Very huge. And another experience hall there. Not only the insects, but there were like turtles,
Wow, a tortoise.
chameleons.
You can touch
can
the snakes, the
actually
live snakes.
See it, and there was the staff helping you touch the snake, put it around your neck.
Look at
and
that, it's like a baby.
You can see him cuddling it. And this is
Wow.
the chameleon I got to.
It's
happen
crawling
to
on your
have it on my
head. It's on your
shoulder.
hair.
It was sniffing my head.
Wow.
Yes, and in another floor there were these fishes where you can actually catch it.
Little
And
goldfish
remember
with a
how?
net.
Yeah, I catch some ice fishes. Remember in the Seoul
Oh,
land?
the ingor, was it?
Pingo.
Pingor. There we go. The little
Yeah.
tiny fish that were
And
difficult to
compared
catch.
to that one, this goldfish version was much easier.
It does seem like there were loads of fish in there. You couldn't help but catch them, I feel.
Right, just scoop it and there you go.
I did that. This looks so similar to the insect museum I went to, but that was in Tamyang, way down south. And they had exactly the same things: reptiles, goldfish, and insects. So I guess I'm assuming it's not a chain, but that's maybe a good formula to keep kids entertained, having all those kind of insects and reptiles.
Exactly. And in Seoul, you don't really get to see huge buildings or museum. Most of the things, institutions, facilities are small. As you can imagine, it's a capital. It's a very expensive land.
Yeah.
So here you have this huge building with a lot of creatures and a lot of huge space. And that itself was, I think it was worth just to, have a getaway experience during the weekend with your family.
Yeah, for sure. How much is this place?
It's 11,000 won. It starts from there.
Okay.
And you have to pay extra, like 1,000won, not that expensive for each experience activities, like catching the goldfishes.
It's just 1,001.
I think it costs like 1,000 won. Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad at
It
all.
wasn't so, yeah.
Uabit is
affordable.
on board on V Live saying, "Oh wow, 그거 자라 아니면 거북인가?" So I learned the word 자라 for the first time yesterday. That's some kind of turtle or tortoise, right?
Yeah, it's Tara. It's a Korean name,
Okay.
pure Korean name for kobugi.
And kobugi is the one that I've heard more commonly here in
Yeah.
Korea. That also means, I think that word though, doesn't it mean both turtle and tortoise? Like there's no distinction in Korea.
I think we also have 남생이.
What's that?
That's like the 토종 거북이 species.
The traditional kind of tortoise.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
interesting
That's
stuff.
really the Korean turtle.
Oh,
But Tara and kobugi, I think it's more broader category
okay.
title.
Our producer has done some searching, I think, and says the chara is a little bit different in terms of its species compared to the kobuki, the turtle, tortoise, I should say. Because, yeah, the ones that we saw there, in English, there's a clear distinction, isn't there? Tortoises are ones that live on land only, and then turtles are the ones that live in the sea and then come onto the land. And yeah, I've come across a lot of Korean people who get that a bit confused because there's not really a similar distinction. It's interesting how language works like that. We've got lots of stuff to show from our listeners as well. Anything creepy, crawly, reptile, even fish related. They could show us because
Yeah.
Jen has shown us everything seemingly today. We'll get to that in part 3 after some more music from Bol 4, 볼빨간 사춘기 with 나비 효과, Butterfly Effect.
네 맘이 날 스치고 살며시 눈을 감고 나는 네가 보고플 땐 파란 하늘을 올려다보겠지 먹구름이 들 때면 작은 소나기 내리면 You're like a diamond of moonlight 빛나는 무언가를 찾게 해준 걸까 먹구름이 될 때면 작은 소나기 내리면 You're like a diamond of moonlight 빛나는 무언가 찾게 해준 걸까 I wanna stay your side I can't find 손을 더 뻗어보면 내게 닿을 것만 같아 Boy I'm your butterfly I'm your butterfly 내게 든다 Boy I'm your butterfly I'm your butterfly Boy I'm your butterfly 내 작은 몸짓으로 fly away 내 손을 잡아줘 Boy I'm your butterfly 비바람 속에서 Come fly away 놓지 말아줘
We're back for part 3 of K-Patch with Jen joining us from her home this week. And just for this week, she'll be back in the studio next time. But she's shown us beautifully this amazing little facility in Yeoju, not too far from Seoul. An insect museum complete with reptiles and goldfish as well. Lots of messages coming in, which we'll read out for you as well. Forever Young Tara says, beautiful and such cool insects. I like fireflies. Yeah, what do we call them in Korean?
Fireflies.
Pandipul, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which again,
반딧불이.
I think they used to be really common in certain countryside areas, but it's very rare to see them in or around Seoul, which is a bit sad, isn't it? And Tara also says, I hope they don't tape up the mouths of the snakes. I hate it when they do that. No, the snakes there seemed like totally kind of free, right? Not taped up or tied up at all.
Not at all. No, that's sad to hear.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. Why would they do it? Maybe if they bit or something like that. He said it's good to have safety for the people, but also safety for the animals. Don't be cruel to them. Yeah, we do have lots of these little zoos and animal cafes in Korea. Some of them, I say, it might be questionable how happy the animals are. But with reptiles and bugs, I think it seems like they're in decent enough conditions.
Yeah, relatively it was more comfortable to watch, but there were some lizards, I have to say, trying to, escape, get out of the cage, and their noses were worn out.
Oh no, that's quite sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all have feelings.
It's inevitable, isn't it? Because zoos, there's been a debate forever. Is it too cruel to the animals? Of course, I think it's not the best thing for the animals, but then there's the education of kids and that human side of things. So I guess it's balancing that out. We have to be as nice as we can to the creatures that are in there, I suppose.
I wonder, though, if it's just a trend in Korea, seeing more and more indoor zoos, though,
I think so, yeah, because I went to that place in Songdo that I mentioned to the listeners and to you with the llamas inside. I can't imagine seeing that in the UK at all.
Right.
I don't
and
think...
having this experience locked down in a house like a week, I got to think how cruel and painful for those animals who used to just run around in the field.
They're in isolation forever.
Crazy. Yeah.
Perhaps
they have the foxes and even quite big animals there.
Yeah, that was pretty difficult to see, I think. And maybe we need some laws and regulations to perhaps curb too much more of that in Korea. You got a couple of messages as well?
Yes, from Tropic Girl. Those edible insects were once rare, but they seem to be becoming more popular. Oh, I went to a butterfly conservatory in Key West, Florida. Very cool to have them resting on you and flying around you. Peter had a praying mantis as a pet, didn't he?
For a
Did
little while. But you know, the
Oh,
problem,
wow.
we caught it and then we put it in an insect-like tub. You had to give it live insects to catch. If you gave it dead insects, it wasn't interested.
Yeah.
So I had to have something that
Oh,
would
that's why
fly
you
or
were
move.
so expert about their diet.
I'm
eating
still
habits.
actually, at heart, I don't like insects. So I found it a bit difficult to
Right?
handle
What
them.
did you put it in for them?
What did we?
How did you feed
these
them?
little, I don't know what they're called in English, panguibolle, like
Oh.
these little tiny bugs that have a red undercarriage and these grey wings, and it would just grab it and then start eating it from its head or its legs, and that looked really cruel for that insect getting eaten as well, to be honest. But yeah, it was good fun in terms of education for the kids. Let's get to some of our listener content here. We've got Siska in Indonesia going on the museum theme more than anything here, I think, saying, I've never been to an insect museum, but here's the teddy bear museum. That looks like the one in Jeju, if I'm not mistaken. That's a great place to go. I guess it's kind of animals, just stuffed animals. And
Sadly, I cannot see the image, but I did went to this teddy bear museum in Jeju myself as well.
it's quite good, right?
It's actually really popular at the same time.
Yeah, like I thought it'd be a bit cheesy and rubbish, but when I went in, I was like, this is quite fun. They have teddy bears doing like famous scenes from history and things like that, which I thought was quite funny.
It has its themes.
You also went to the Trick Eye Museum, which has a snake in the background. Looks like it's eating someone's head. That's reptile related. I love it. Thank you, Siska. And you said you also went where there was a replica of Lee Sun-shin's ship. Oh, that is amazing. I know in the War Museum, I think it is, they have one of those. So maybe it's that one. I'm not sure. And then also some from museums in Jakarta. It looks like art museums that you've sent us in as well. Oh, wow. Believe it or not, that's also, I believe, in Jeju. Siska, you've been to so many museums, way more, I think, than me, and I've lived here for a long time. Impressive stuff.
Yeah.
We've also got one from Silver Granny who says, I don't like bugs, but these are okay. And it's a couple of really colourful butterflies. And it says, butterfly dreams. Butterflies flutter by high in the air, flitting like dreams without a care. These beautiful butterflies bring you our love to show you are someone we treasure. Oh, that's kind of sweet,
That's so
isn't it?
sweet. Yeah.
I think people who don't like bugs, they still don't mind butterflies because they're pretty harmless, right?
So pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. We also had Ingyin from Malaysia send in something about composting worms. And you once interviewed a guy who has 3 boxes of cockroaches as well as other pets. And I don't know why anyone would buy insects that can be found for free in the drains and gardens. Yeah, wow. You've also sent in some bondegi photos, which are bugs that we eat here in Korea.
Yeah, bondegi is one of those popular Korean street foods. Even nowadays, young people enjoy.
Do you like
It's
it?
a steamed polle insect. Actually, I do, because I've had it since I was, I don't know, like 5 years old.
Okay.
Like most of the Koreans are. We're
Lots of
just
memories.
so used to it. Yeah, but if I were to try for the first time at this age, I don't think I can try.
Yeah,
that.
it's I think the silkworm pupa, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, since I've tried it as an adult, I'm not such a big fan. I will admit that. Apologies to the bondegi lovers out there, though. We also have one more picture from Tropic Girl K. I'll try and get this up for you guys. And it says you were having a coffee and you had an insect land on your table outdoors. And so, oh, it's a little bee or a wasp that is just crawling around. Aw, and I know you said you're scared of like bees that can sting you, Jen, but I think most are quite harmless. They just like to crawl around.
I mean, if that photo was taken by me, it would have been a very different experience. Well, I've never been stung by any bee, but somehow I happened to see this bee house in my old house before when I was young.
Yeah.
And it was 말벌 in Korean. You know,
Oh.
those bees that are
They're kind of like
huge and
hornets,
can
I think, maybe.
yeah,
or
it can be
wasps.
really harmful, you know, deadly.
Yeah, that could
And
scare you.
they were, yeah, they look pretty scary.
Oh, dear.
I think that was the experience that made me have that phobia.
All right. Well, I promise no insects in the studio next week. So do come back, Jen.
I will.
All right. And get well. Ing Yin passed on her best wishes as well as many other listeners.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the
everyone.
studio.
Stay
Thanks for your
safe.
videos. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.